Hey.
Hey.
Good evening.
Ole.
Do we remember how to do this?
No.
We may not. It's been a little while. We hope that everyone's having a good evening. Many of you were waiting already and saying hello. Let me get everything adjusted here. As we have a live show, it's been a little while since we've done this. Has it not, Amanda?
It has been.
It really has been. But we're glad to be here. Glad to say hello to all of you. It seems like the last 2 or 3 weeks, there are many of us who have cruised. If you have cruised, of course, let us know in the comments section. We're going to say hello to many of you here in a second. But it is a new year, is it not, Amanda?
New year.
2024.
That's going to be hard to remember to write down on the...
I've already messed up.
Of course.
Already messed up. I don't write very much.
That's true. He types all the time.
And so when I had to write 2023, I've already messed up. But that is okay. It is 2024. So I'm going to ask 2 questions to kick off the show as everyone is getting engaged here. 2 questions. Number 1, do you have any New Year's resolutions? You can share just the topic of the resolution in the comment section. And number 2, what cruises do you have booked in 2024? We have a few.
We booked one today.
We booked one. We will
officially booked one today.
Yeah, it was. It's not until next year, but we will tell you about that cruise. That was kind of an oddball, was it not?
I mean, it was a time we always cruised, though.
That's right. Well, just it was like we didn't really think about it. We just did it. So, but anyway, we're going to say hello to some of you who are here. We know that some of you you're in the chat. You've been waiting. We thank you for being here. A couple of ground rules as we get started. Number 1. This is an open forum. So if you have questions about cruising, if you have questions about your experiences, if you have questions about what excursions you should do on your next cruise, where to stay, there will be well over 100 people here eventually.
This is the place to ask them.
Yep, they can help you out. If it's your first time here, say hello. We'll try to give you a shout out. If you have a question, put the word question or write it in all caps so we can see it, although we won't see everything.
Someone said to tell Beckett the score of the Chiefs. Do you know what the score of the Chiefs game was? 13 to 12.
13
you
to
already
12.
knew it.
Yep.
He's a true Chiefs fan.
He is. Amanda, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so very much. As we get the show started, we're going to do the
fish bowl.
It's empty tonight. That's okay. No leftovers here.
I drink it all. Sorry.
We don't have a toast, do we? We have a lot to talk about, though. We'll give a review about the Jubilee. Of course, many of you who are here, you've sailed the Jubilee already. So you can share some of your thoughts, but we won't spend the entire show on that because there's a lot more to talk about. We'll talk about the group experience. And, of course, some people may have
different.
They may have some thoughts, too, about the group experience.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the cruise we just booked as well.
Rich.
Today.
He said, throw me in that fish bowl.
That's right.
What did he really say, though?
We are cruising from Galveston during Mardi Gras weekend. How crazy is it going to be? It will be busy.
Get ready.
Galveston does a good job, locally, downtown Galveston of having different festivals and events. There will be thousands of extra people there. If you have not reserved any type of hotel room or accommodations, be sure you do that because it will be busy. Miss Stacy, oh my goodness.
She's been a member for 5 months.
Of the Anchors Club. Stacy, thank you so much for that. A great group cruise. Stacy says it was a blast. It really was. Stacy had some luck in that casino for a while.
Oh, nice.
I hope she ended up.
Yeah. Did you walk away with it in your pocket?
I hope so. It was a blast, though. Stacy, thank you so much. And Stacy has several cruises booked too.
Well,
Frankie, thank you. Matthew as well. Thank you so much for those super chats, guys.
Writing you down, bud.
We appreciate it. Your support is outstanding. You watch our videos every day, which I've been slacking on.
Yeah,
I've only recorded 1 or 2 since we've been back because we've been catching up.
You were also doing the ship tour, trying to get that all.
Yeah,
that took him like 24 hours to put together.
Almost
like literally, like 24 hours.
Almost stayed up. Exactly right. But we'll get back in a groove this week. We have a new series starting. 20 videos on the Carnival Jubilee, and they're 4-minute videos for 2024. So we'll have that as well.
Minutes.
Mary, thank you so much. It's great to see you, Mary. Haven't seen you in a little while. Great to see you. Hope that you had a good Christmas. You guys are filling up the fishbowl already. We will draw. Amanda, what do we want to give away? We can give away a couple of things. Something for the spread shop.
I'm going spread shop because then I don't have to go to the post office.
I was thinking about we have like 2 swag bags left. Do we mail them a swag bag?
No, they're not going to want the stuff that says like Carnival Jubilee and
True. Happy cruising. Thank you. Headed to sell the MSC Seashore. in a couple of weeks, we have some clients also. Mark and Jerry getting ready to sell their MSC cruise and the Icons coming out. Joni, thank you. Leaving Saturday on the Valor. That's going to be a great cruise as well. They're from New Orleans, Joni. That's going to be a blast. It really will be. So we'll give away something from the spread shop, you think?
Yeah, something from the spread shop.
Good
That way
deal.
I can just send it right then.
Good deal. How about a hat? Yes, Brandon. Absolutely.
Hats are on the spread shop.
Brennan, sorry. We've got several people on here that are going to go with us New Year's. So we'll talk about that too. Here's a question here, and guys, we'll catch up here in just a second. Steve, thank you so much. Steve and Linda.
Y'all giving me hand cramps over here.
But 2 cruises today, guys. Sorry about that. 2 cruises today from Steve and Linda. You guys did great work. You are welcome. Steve. Tim G, thank you so much. Glad the whole cruise was a success.
And Steve supported Beckett's baseball team by buying a square.
Some baseball or Super Bowl
squares.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me catch up here a little bit. I know we have questions already being asked. There's 120 of you online right now. We appreciate that support. We asked too that you like. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you're signed in. That will help this.
Oh, like that. Can I do that?
That's the new.
That's the new thing.
Yes, like it just popped up with a big bubble. Did y'all see that?
It didn't do it again though.
Here we go. Let's answer this question.
Gotcha.
How do I join Super Chat, William? There's a $sign, I think, at the bottom of your screen if you're signed in
to YouTube though.
Yes, if you want to give something, and if you do, guys, we appreciate that. That is how we kind of keep up with.
I've already got my eye on some new equipment.
Oh yeah, it's about a $300 camera.
Well, it's closer to $500.
And I'm so excited because usually I'm the person saying, Amanda, look at this.
That is true. That is true.
This is the first time.
Yeah, but Matt Hinkle, he gave me the idea, so he's to blame.
Yes, Rick. Rick has his latest column out regarding the Norwegian Viva going to come to Galveston. Rick, that's a great article right there. We appreciate that so much. Journeys is here as well. Here's a little something we are saving for cruises. I know exactly what you mean.
Journeys with.
Let's see if it shows it. It might show it. Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it. And Peggy Smith, we appreciate your super chat as well. You guys, I'm telling you, you've been so supportive. Goodness, what a start to the show, right? Here we go. Well, it's not a drone, Lido Tito. I wish it were a drone. No drone.
It's like the little pocket camera, but it's on the gimbal.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's a pocket camera.
It is. But
it's a DJI,
which is my microphone. So let me scroll up here. Let me just say hello to some people because I know you guys have been chatting and I want to pay attention to you. If you super chat, we will catch up with that on that here in a second.
Smith, I got you, girl.
Fireball Steve and Christy, they had a situation that I have not seen before. Fireball Steve, I want you to give us a live update on this. They were charged more than what they should have been for their final bill. It's just a lesson to us all. Be sure you're checking your final statement that Carnival is charging you what they should be charging you. Fireball Steve, will you please let us know? Jason and Crystal are here. It's great to see you guys as well. Lori is here. Crystal. Chris is here. A lot of people shouting out their cruises, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. Really do. Catherine is here. Amber, of course. Amber just booked for New Year's as well. Amber and Patrick. Goodness gracious.
I got to catch all of them. I got Peggy. All right. I'm good.
I had you there. You did. Victor and Sarah, what a cruise we had, right? Sarah and I so enjoyed cruising with you guys. We enjoyed cruising with you as well. Victor, it was an absolute blast. It was
so much fun.
Controversial Cruising is here. Hello, Sarah and Chris, who were on the New Year's.
I know.
New Year's selling.
They sailed right after us.
And we got to see them. One thing we always try to do if time allows, and it did because our flight was not until 2:20, was once we get off the ship, there's usually people that message us and say, hey, we're going to miss you by a week. We're getting on the ship when you are getting off. And so we tried to hang around a little bit.
We were kind of waiting on our taxi to get there, our Uber. And here comes Sarah.
That's right. I was so happy to see Sarah and Chris. Chris was not getting out of line, though.
She made Chris stay in line. She was like, we got to save our spot.
Hey, it was crazy. It was.
So we got off and they got on.
But it was great to see y'all. And we're going to see them in March. So it's very, very close. Happily Ever Yeti. I like that. First time here. I'm glad to have you here. Will G is here on the Jubilee in 6 days. It's going to be a blast. They're going to have everything lined out, which there wasn't much. There's not much to line out. We're going to get into that, but it was a great cruise.
That's true.
Lori, thank you so much.
Oh, look
Jackie,
who got off the ship. Jackie and Jeremy finally got off the ship.
Another back-to-back. Lori finally got her notification for the live. Awesome. I don't know what changed there, but I'm glad that you got it. Absolutely. And Jackie, she's got her own account. How about
I
that?
mean,
I like it.
She's moving up in the
I
world
like
here.
it. Guys, thank you so much for their super
Gotcha,
chats. We
girl.
really do appreciate that. We try to bring you all the content that we could. Internet worked good.
It did, yeah.
Fireball
I uploaded
Steve
a lot of shorts.
is taken care of. Everything is good. Thank you, Fireball.
All right.
But it is a reminder. I've been telling
Check that
people,
bill.
make sure you check that bill and you're not being charged too much or for something you did not buy. And so
That is true.
absolutely. Yep. Usnavi is here as well. Here's a question from William. What was the Jubilee like? Also, what was your favorite thing about that we did on board? We'll get into that here in just a minute. There's so much to talk about. Here's another one. Travel X Band question. Do you recommend the Glory March the 10th to the 17th, Roatan, Belize, Cozumel, and Captain Suite, or Jubilee, which is Texas spring break? I will warn you that Jubilee date of March the 9th is Texas spring break. So you're going to have a lot of spring breakers. Cozumel, Costa Maya, Roatan, and connecting balconies. Both of those are great. If price is similar, Glory and Jubilee, I'm going Jubilee.
True. But do you want to get on board with the spring
Texas
breakers?
spring break?
So,
It'll be a fun week, but there will be kiddos there.
Pros and cons.
So TravelX, reach out to us. We can help you price all of that. We can tell you more about we can even tell you what spring break in Louisiana looks like. And Lido Tito and Usnavi are here. But Randy just booked the Jubilee as well. Randy is here.
Nice,
he just booked it as well. I'll be on the Icon in 6 days for pre-cruise, then the inaugural. That's going to be awesome.
Pre-cruise.
They're having media and travel agents.
Hey, you're a travel agent.
Are we also part of the media?
Oh my gosh, and you're part of media. Nobody's invited us.
Is there something we should tell them?
Nobody's invited us.
Not yet. We are.
Derek did just say I need to reach out and try to get on there.
We are working. We're working on that. So
we'll
happily, if you have any connections, let us know. I've sent some emails. Just want to get on board for a day. I don't have to go on the cruise. Just let me on for 4 hours.
He's supposed to.
Need to record a little bit. That's right. But that is awesome. Mark and Jerry are going to be on the inaugural.
Ooh,
they're on the first two, I think. So that will be fun.
Nice.
And I mentioned it in a video. All the eyes right now have turned. They've turned to the Icon. Journeys with June and Brady. The bars were magnificent. So many specialty bars on board the Jubilee, as with Celebration and Mardi Gras. We'll talk more about that here in just a second as well. We have a trip January the 20th through 27th on Princess, Gary says, to Mexico. Maybe going on the Regal Princess there in Galveston. Great prices. If you're looking for a cheap cruise, you just want to get away. The Regal Princess there in Galveston has some fantastic prices right now. They're really trying to compete for the Galveston, the Texas market. And so let us know, and we would love to help you out with that. But it's been great to see that Regal Princess there as well. Mark, yes, it was great to see you on board as well. Here's David. Which ship and cruise do you suggest for my planned ABC Islands? There's a couple different ones. Of course, several cruise lines go there. The Horizon there in Miami does an 8-day. That's really nice. If flights are cheaper out of Orlando, the Vista does that itinerary as well, an 8-day.
A Virgin Voyage.
Yeah, but they don't go that far south. They don't. But Royal Caribbean does too, so we can help you out with that as well. Rhonda, thank you so much. Leaving for, how about that? Hawaii.
Ooh, I just had a coworker. They went to Hawaii for Christmas.
Golly. That would be great, Rhonda. Be sure you share some pictures on our Facebook page of that trip as well. We would love to see that. And I'll remind all of you, as you go on your trips, be sure that you post your pictures. I know that when I get up in the morning and I log on to Facebook and I see what's going on, I love to see pictures of Mahogany Bay or pictures. We have pictures from around the world, really, of Barcelona and travelers around the world. It makes me get up out of bed and work a little bit so I can go there.
I saw Matt and Kimberly posted pictures outside of their first cruise ship. They look like little babies.
Yes, yeah.
Now
and they may not be back home yet.
How many cruises? I don't even know. No, they should be home now.
Yep. And Empty Nesters, thank you for that super chat so much. 3 cruises booked for 2024. Jubilee, March the 2nd is going to be great. Wanda, that ship tour video has me excited. I appreciate that. There was a balance there. It's a fine balance of getting the ship tour out quickly because you want it to get it out quickly, but you also want to do a good job with it. And so there was I appreciate that. Z, thank you so much for that super chat.
Oh, there's Z. I'm writing you down, bud.
We appreciate that so much. Z had a great time, and we had a great time as well. Shared, I don't know how many dinners together and laughed. I don't know how long we laughed if you combine all the laughter.
Z loved that comedy
the comedy was great.
And Z even knew one of the comedians on board. So
there you go. Stephen is here as well. Stephen just got off a cruise this morning, drove from the port to Sherwood, 7 hours. Exactly.
Okay.
It's not bad
Yep.
at all.
We've done it.
Oh, several times. Hope that you guys are feeling better, Stephen. He had an issue with his Arkansas ID. He told me
Really?
they thought it was a fake ID. They pulled him aside for 15 minutes this morning.
It's just because our IDs are so advanced here in Arkansas.
I guess so. Yeah. Yep. Exactly right. Steve,
He's like,
it's
I'm not
10th,
21 or
10th
20.
anniversary, the cruise that you helped Steve and Linda
Yeah.
book. That is
They're
really
doing
cool.
a back-to-back.
It is.
On the horizon.
William, I appreciate that super chat as well. Love your videos. We appreciate that. There's more coming. I have felt bad the last probably 10 days because we just tried to catch up. We had a lot of email. We had a lot of work to do with Carnival. We were reaching out as well to those who cruised with us to see what they liked, what they didn't like.
Yep.
And so more videos coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Yep. Surprise announcement, David. That was a video that we did earlier in the week, and that is our 20-part series here on the Carnival Jubilee.
20 videos.
20 videos.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. That's right. Adam, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so much. You guys blessing us this new year. We appreciate all of your support.
True.
And Carnival Cruise Addicts as well with the super chat. We appreciate that so much.
Okay, you gotta get to your list here. You gotta get to your list.
Right.
You gotta quit saying hi to everybody.
Keep asking questions. Let's give a review of the Jubilee really quick. We could spend the entire hour on this, but we're not going to. Okay, so we will give a review. If you have specific questions, specific things that you want to hear about, you want to ask about, go ahead and put those in the comment section.
Now you have to accept you might not get to all those questions.
We may not. Who knows?
Okay.
But we will share some of the highlights, and then we'll address those things that you want to see for sure. Any news on what all they are going to do?
Yes, Kevin. Yes. He said Jack's gonna have my hair all tangled. That's one of his favorite things to do is to play with my hair.
Vista in the dry dock. Kim, there hasn't been anything official yet. Of course, she starts her dry dock this month, and she's overdue for it, honestly. But no new spaces like Shaq's Big Chicken, nothing like that. But anyway, here we go. Do you guys have a website to book a cruise? William, we don't yet. We've been working on one.
No website.
Just shoot us an email, travel@bookislandtime.com, and that is in our description as well. So, Jubilee, here we go. You put what you want to say. Jubilee, your overall thoughts.
Okay, overall thoughts. I was extremely impressed, more so than I thought. I thought it was going to I didn't look at all the videos like Derek does of like what it's all going to look like. So when I got on there, I was like, ooh, this is nice. Ooh, this is fancy.
You were really surprised.
I was, yeah. And then I thought, okay, it's kind of going to be, laid out the same way. We'll have the Ocean Plaza, no, not the same ship.
Completely different,
Completely different. So how much of a difference there was, that was my biggest whoop.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. See if you can get Jax to go play. Amber, thank you for that super chat and that ship tour comment. We appreciate that so much. And Mark, thank you for that super chat as well. We appreciate that. I was blown away by the Jubilee. I was so happy that she was there when we got to Galveston.
Yes.
At night she was there, and then she left. We shared that she was going to leave at some point, and some people were upset because they had arrived early, right? But she left and then came back in the evening. I guess it was December 22nd, right?
Yeah.
We were at Stud Gardens across the street.
That was cool, though.
Oh, it was so cool. And it was not expected at all for her to come in that early. But we were there across the street having a rooftop party, and everyone's checking their phones. And all of a sudden, Lito Tito said,
the ship's moving here, folks.
She's coming in. And so it was so neat for her to come in. But she was absolutely beautiful. We really enjoyed the food. We're not foodies. We've mentioned that before.
That is true. We did enjoy the food.
Food was remarkable.
Well, they had like the street eats, which was new.
So
like right there at Lido Deck, they have like 2 or 3 different like street eats. One's like fries. One was like a Japanese type, like dumpling. I don't even know.
Steamed creations.
So it was cool.
But then for Cucine to be free, we ate there multiple times.
Yeah, we had that twice.
For
Chibang
to be free as many times as you wanted it. That was really neat. Yeah. And then Shaq's lived up it was really, really good. Someone asked about Pamela asked about Venezia. We have a ship tour in Venezia. We have cruised on her, Pamela. So if you have questions, let us know on that as well. But the food was great. My main dining room service was slow. We did it was. There was one night we had the worst.
We had a bad dining experience, but just because of how slow it was.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I know Jackson's driving me crazy.
Yeah. So we've had several people ask about bars. The bars were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They were, of course, Alchemy, which it's
You know,
still neat
it's
to
still
see.
Alchemy.
What's still neat to see after all this time? It's like the chosen bar. It's the one that everybody wants, and it was busy. It was, and then you had the Golden Mermaid, which was really cool as well. Had a smoked old fashioned there that we really liked, and we're not even big into old fashions.
No.
And then Dr. Inks, yes. Yep, there's Mike and Tracy. Cruise
Dr.
Nuts.
Inks, not a
Dr.
tattoo parlor.
Inks. Yeah, but it was so
they
good.
They had the drink though, where like they make the martini and then it has this machine that puts an inked image over it. So it was like an octopus most of the time.
Yep. Yeah, C-Day brunch was slow. As Victor pointed out, we had a dining experience. I think we checked in and waited 3 hours. And then went to dinner and waited an hour and a half. So 4.5 hour ordeal.
But to me, that's one thing that's to be expected.
It is.
Like they have to get the kitchen figured out, get the assembly line going.
Yep.
So they'll figure that stuff out.
Yep.
That's not a big concern to me. Like if all the shows were horrible, then I'd be concerned.
Yeah.
You know?
Steve asked about the chat. The chat was on and off hour a week, but I heard during the New Year's cruise, and Amber pointed out that the chat and internet was even worse. They actually refunded some money to people because it was so bad. But it'll get better. I would think it would get better. Amanda, thank you for that super chat as well. A second one there. Can't wait to work with you guys on my next 2 cruises. I emailed you. Appreciate that so much. We're just about caught up. It's taken some long days.
If we haven't responded, you shoot us another email because we're caught up.
There's Jennifer Church. I hope you had a good break. Amanda and the boys are going back tomorrow.
Yeah, Jennifer's going back tomorrow too.
We won in the casino. I think overall had a rough start. Amanda, the roulette.
I did not have a good start.
Yeah, and craps was. Let's talk about the casino really quick. It was packed all the time.
It was,
and it was huge. Don't get me wrong. Deck 7, the majority of the deck. Ventilation was great. Of course, there is a smoking and a non-smoking. The non-smoking,
you could get into a slot machine. Like that was not crazy. It was the table games that were so packed.
Yep. Thank you so much, Randy, for that. Gifted 10 Island Time memberships. Oh my goodness, look at this.
I don't even know what that means.
So Randy has purchased memberships to our exclusive content with 10 different people.
That's cool, Randy.
I didn't even know you could do that, Randy.
Randy's name in the bowl again.
Absolutely. Randy, thank you so much for that.
That's
we appreciate that. That's
Randy.
really cool. That is really cool. So cool for doing that, Randy. It really is. Wow.
He's probably just playing with the buttons. And
it's unbelievable. It is. There's some new functionality. Like I did the thumbs up earlier. It does that. But casino played craps, $15 minimums at the craps table, and you would think that would open up the table a little bit, right? No, it's packed. I waited most of the time for 45 minutes to an hour. Let me skip this ad. I don't want to do that.
But you had good luck at the craps table for the most part.
Yeah. But it was very busy. And then the minimums, I think roulette was $10. You played roulette.
Yeah, I played roulette. It was about 10.
And lots of slots. So we had fun in the casino, and no real treats though. Which we didn't play a lot. We were busy.
And they probably have some bigger players than us.
Oh, for sure. John just got off the Magic. One night it was 2 hours in the main dining room. Yes, and 3 hours. I know. Absolutely. Yeah, 4 more likes, Crystal, to 75.
Nice.
Let's talk really quick some other highlights. The Ultimate Playground was perfect. Of course, we have kids, as you can see. That's Jack's over here
messing
following his. Yeah, exactly.
The mini golf.
Mini golf was great.
Loved it.
And the water slides, it was cold the majority of time of both C days, really, and then the last C day coming back. But we did ride the water slides.
Jackson did the splash pad. The boys, the big boys, did the
and
slides.
Then Bolt. To tell them about Bolt, Amanda.
Y'all, I thought this thing was like a little kiddie ride. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go ride the Bolt. No, it takes off, and you're like, boom. And so, of course, as soon as it takes off, I'm like, ah!
Amanda's the one steering, driving.
Yeah, I had the speed control.
Yes.
And I floored that puppy. I floored it so much that when we got back around, we're going back around the funnel, and we stop, and we're like this. And so I'm up there, and I'm like, help, we're stuck.
45-degree angle.
And I'm like, I'm glad I'm buckled in because I'm leaning. And there's another guy, another worker at the ropes course, and he's yelling back, "It's okay. That happens sometimes."
Turbo
And I
button.
said, "What? This happens?" And so then we get back around, and the guy's like, "Sorry, we had to stop you because you were going faster than the car in front of you." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm a speed demon."
So they let us ride again.
They did. They let us ride one more time around, and they
on
put
the
us
front
in
car.
They put us in the front car, and then that time I just held down the throttle.
It was fun.
It was a
Big
good time.
a tip there. Of course, it's $15 for 2 laps. And as Amber said, Amber's been on Celebration and Mardi Gras. She's rode Bolt on all 3 of them. Amber said she swears up and down that Bolt on the Jubilee is faster,
Ooh, okay.
more of a thrill on Jubilee than any other. And so nice feedback there. But it is $15 for 2 laps. I highly advise you to book it, especially embarkation
Book
day.
it early.
It's open. And I advise you go ahead and book it 2 times, maybe 3 times. Don't wait till too late in your cruise, because wind oftentimes shuts down the ride, especially that last sea day. It's probably going to be closed. So you can book it 2 or 3 times. As long as you cancel 1 hour before the ride, then you're not charged for it. So go ahead and book it a couple of times.
Yeah, because we had like 3 days where Bolt was shut down. So
yes,
book it. And
if you ride it once,
it's
you're
open.
probably going to want to ride it a second time.
Derek did. After we got off, he's like, "I'm looking to see if it's open anymore," but it was sold out.
Mark asked about photos in pixels. I thought the spaces on the Jubilee where they took pictures, it was planned most definitely, because they were not in the way as they have been on other ships where you're having to walk around a photographer or a background that's set up.
I actually didn't notice as many. Like, I'm sure
There's
they
a lot.
were.
Yeah,
they're probably just
they're
spread out more.
They're just kind of hidden.
Yeah.
Of course, prices are the same, and a lot of people were purchasing their photos. I walked through Pixels on the ship tour the last sea day, and I could barely make my way through. If you watch the ship tour, there's people everywhere. Just past Pixels was guest services. Do you think that line was long?
Hey, here's a question. Never have I ever taken a picture of the picture at Pixels.
I think many have.
I think you did. You did it.
Yeah. Victor also said that Bolt felt faster on Jubilee than Mardi Gras. So maybe there's some engineering, some learning, from that.
Maybe
who knows?
It's just brand new, and they got that engine going.
Yeah, Kevin asked about the hot tubs. If you followed our journey, the first 2 days,
quite a bit.
They were closed, but then they did open them back up.
Yeah, when it was hot outside, they decided to open them back up.
They said they were chlorinating, but I don't know why that would take a couple of days. But they did open them up, and we eventually enjoyed them. I know one day, deck 8. Yeah,
he got there so long, and I was like, "Hey, you got to get out and come to dinner."
Yep. As Z pointed out, the biggest winner that we saw in the casino was a $50,000 winner.
Ooh, that's a big.
And that was early. That was the second or the third day.
If I win that, I'm like done, y'all.
Yep.
I'm out, taking my money and running.
And I wanted to point out too with Bolt, I know that the weight limit is 300 pounds, but we've had some people. You talk about back injuries or hips. It is smooth. I mean, there's a curve in there and stuff like that.
Hey, if I had a back injury or a hip injury, I wouldn't risk it.
Well, you can control how fast you go to an extent.
That's true.
But it's not it's a smooth gliding coaster. Yeah. So we've had several people ask about that. So,
but it was faster than I expected.
Our VIFP gift, the free gift, still the fanny pack.
Yep. It was.
And so make sure you pick up your fanny pack and your Jubilee ship coin from Pixels. We did that the first day, actually. But it's still the fanny pack. Yeah, absolutely. Cloud9 Spa is nice, David. Absolutely.
It was. No, I'm talking about Serenity. Serenity was big.
Serenity was nice. It was. I went up there and there was no one up there, but it's got the pool like the other XL class ships. It's got the 2 hot tubs.
We had the boys.
Got the bar.
I didn't get to.
No, I never
partake.
I never said. I was thinking when I walked through Serenity, I was like, man,
place to sit.
I was like, I never sat down in here all week, and then I started thinking, I did not sit in one lounger the whole week.
That's probably
Lido deck or.
Now you got in the pool or you got in the hot tub.
I got in the pool once with Beckett, in the hot tub once with Mike, and Michelle and everybody else. But it was interesting. Maybe March we can spend some time sitting down. Sure. Code Brown, Stephen, that's never good at all. How are the elevators? A lot of people have asked about elevators as well.
We came across at least 3 elevators that were like broken or needed maintenance.
We got stuck in one night.
Yeah, we did get stuck, and Derek's hitting the call button.
Well, after 5 or 6 minutes, it was midnight maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty late. I'm like,
we had pizza.
We're done.
We picked up the boys. We had pizza. and we were the only ones in the elevator, and it was a good 7 or 8 minutes. But I was ringing the bell.
I think it might have felt that long. And then eventually we like tried pushing the up or down button, like to go to the floor above. And it did. It went up to the next floor
buttons.
and then it let us out.
And then we got out and then we walked. But
I was pushing buttons like Elf on
yes.
Buddy the Elf.
Please get me out of here.
Let me out.
But they are you select whether you go up or down. So it's not like some of those Vista class elevators, the Horizon and Panoramic especially, where you select your floor and it tells you what cart to go to.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's like that.
I liked that.
It's the traditional up and down arrow, but the elevators are smaller. And we saw those in wheelchairs or scooters struggle to find space. I usually think about that because I took mom on a cruise, and it is very hard.
Speaking of, that was one negative that I had. Was the rooms are narrow.
Yeah.
And we were in a balcony. It's not like we're in the little bitty interior.
I think part of it.
They were narrow.
Part of it is when you walk in, your bed is first for the majority of staterooms, and then your sofa is next. Whereas on other cruise ships, your sofa is first and then your bed.
You don't have to cross your bed as much.
I think it's about a 14-inch, maybe. The end of the bed to the wall is about 14 inches. So you squeeze through there.
My thing was like getting the door open and like having stuff in your hands and trying to get in the door to the cabin.
Yes.
It was so narrow.
Yep. Joni, I should have worn the hat. They did give us those Jubilee hats. But I did not.
They did.
Yep. Yeah. And Cruise Nuts, I saw your message on Messenger. I'll get to that. Messenger, I think, will be the death of me. I get so many messages there every day.
Email's the way to go, y'all.
Yep. Shirley's excited. Absolutely. That's great to hear. It is. And there were a couple more. Yeah, Randy, Bloody Mary and Ocean Bubble were great. The drinks overall were great.
Derek had a Bloody Mary one day.
Are they selling the inaugural hats on subsequent sellings? Anthony, I don't know. I think I did see hats in the Carnival store, so they may continue to sell that style.
Though.
Yep. In 20 days for Controversial Cruising, so that will be fun.
Oh yeah, you'll have to let us know.
Messiah, great to see you. Messiah and his boys had a great time as well.
Yeah.
Already signed up. The majority of people, matter of fact, 85 or 90% of our group are signed up to go again New Year's Eve, where we hope to have.
Did you see that I put a goal out for us?
I saw it.
So we had 60 go this past cruise in our group, and we're shooting for
100.
100.
And we're going to make it. And it's going to be fun too. When we go on the Jubilee in March, Kendall is still on board, but she's not the cruise director that week. And she graciously agreed to sit down and help plan this group cruise.
Maybe come to a couple of events.
Well,
kind of thing.
I mean, I think she wants to be a part of it just as much as anyone else. Lito Tito Usnavi was there, and Fireball Steve was there when we talked to her about this, and wants to have an island fire cruise with grass skirts and coconut bras and all of it. So, so we're gonna
all this and that, but I'll put you in a coconut.
We need the extra large coconut, okay? But she said in March, I guess it's Lewis or whoever's taking over.
Yeah,
she's still on board, but she's not the cruise director. So we're going to spend some time planning that. We're excited about that. If you're interested in it, we'd love to have you. It's going to be a blast.
New Year's on the Jubilee. You? I mean, there's no better party than that.
It's gonna be, and I told Amber today she's going to be one of the few that are going to be on New Year's this year and next year. So she'll be on both New Year's cruises, which is cool.
Jackie and Jeremy going to be there?
Yeah, absolutely. Do they have popcorn with the movies?
We never went up there to see, but they had been charging for the popcorn, right?
Yeah.
On other ships,
I'm sure they probably had the popcorn, but again, I never made it up to Lido Deck at nighttime. I know it sounds awful.
No, we didn't.
We were busy. It wasn't.
We were popping around down below.
Yep. DJ, it was great meeting you on the inaugural selling as well. We had an absolute blast. Jackie, they were not selling the inaugural hats last week. Okay. So,
see, there we go. We got an insider tip, y'all.
And we had several people ask about the hats and the book. He's about ready for bed.
He's sleepy.
Yep.
He's been laying in
do they have the new Groove for St. Jude t-shirts, Michelle? They did this week. They did not on the inaugural, but they did that second week. And so back up a little bit, and he won't be able to do that.
His legs are long. I can't back up.
Anything else, Jubilee? The entertainment was awesome.
Was good.
No matter what entertainment you like, whether it's live music, whether it's Broadway shows, whether it's comedy, There's so much entertainment, and I was so surprised at the Christmas offerings they had.
Yeah, they had a lot
You
of
know,
Christmas little
I
things
didn't think
going
they'd
on.
do much because they're doing that for a week or maybe two.
Yeah. Well, one thing about the entertainment that I liked was we never really had to wait in line to get to a show. There was one night that y'all waited in line for, was it the Love and Marriage, or I don't know what it was. There was one night, but even so, they waited in line for like 10 minutes and then got right in.
Yeah.
But they have the comedy in two different theaters, or two different venues. Yeah, two different venues, and so you never really had a long line. Because past ships, we would go get in line like 30 minutes early for comedy.
Oh, at least.
And we didn't have to do that at all. We just went when it was time.
Yep.
And walked right in.
Yep.
So that was nice not to have to wait in the comedy line.
There were new shows. David asked about new shows. There was one.
What's the husband?
The future or next husband. Future husband.
Something. My future husband.
Yep, my future. That's what it was. My future husband.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk to many who they had that early in the cruise and then once late in the cruise as well.
To one person, they were like, "Yeah, it was okay, but that's all I got." So if you went to it, let us know.
Yeah,
he is tired, y'all.
He is. Anything else, Jubilee, before we move on?
Unless somebody has a question.
The chat should be working.
You probably have it on the
top chat instead of live chat.
He had it on the wrong setting.
I had it on the top chat instead of live chat.
Stop, Jax.
Yep. Let's talk about really quick. Yeah, we're almost 100 likes right here. Anything else, Jubilee? Let us know. We will be on in March. We will be on in November. November, we think.
Yep.
And then, of course, our New Year's selling. So we're excited about that. Pizza. Someone asked about pizza. Coastal Slice was great. There were a couple of new pizzas that we enjoyed. I tried. There was the
barbecue one.
Barbecue
was
chicken.
Good.
Barbecue chicken. Yep. It was good. And of course,
there was a vegetarian one too, I think.
Yeah. If you want to go downstairs, I'll wrap up.
Oh, thank goodness. Sorry, y'all. He's just too much today. Tell him bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. A couple of people are giving feedback regarding Dear Future Husband. Someone called it Dear Future Ex-Husband.
Oh, well, it might have been called
that. No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It was Dear Future Husband. But it did play twice, and so it was great. Pizza was good, and it was quick. They had the pizzas rolling, and they had them going there, so they were great, and we had that several times at night. Self-laundry, no self-laundry. If you want laundry done, then you have got to get your own laundry. You've got to get your attendant to take your bags, and they'll pay. You got to pay for it if you're not platinum or diamond. But they were very fast, even on our selling, where we had a lot of platinum and diamond. Yep. Coastal Slice was good. Said they don't make more than 2 topping pizzas. You're right about that. It is, and if you've ate there before, there's not much on those pizzas. A lot of bread. Yep. Kendall going to be on New Year's. Kendall will be on our New Year's Eve selling. Yeah, the schedule's already out. She will be there Christmas and New Year's, so we're excited about that as well. Who will be the cruise director November the 1st of 2025? The schedule's not out yet that far in advance. Carnival usually tries to keep the inaugural cruise director on board for at least a year. That's what we're seeing with Lee Mason. Of course, Lee is still in the celebration, but he's going to be off the ship here pretty soon. But the schedule's not out for that far in advance yet. So we will see. Carnival's committed to Texas. Of course, the ship it's got the Star of Texas on the bow. And so Kendall being from Texas, they may leave her on there actually for a long time. She's excited to be there, and she's going to do a great job there. Steve, I did answer your question about the chat not working. It's just something hopefully that they work out, over time. It was bad our week, but the New Year's week, it was even worse. And so we need to register with you for the New Year's cruise. Absolutely. Yeah, we've booked last 3 or 4 days. I don't even know how many people. We have probably 8 or 10 cabins the last several days. So most of our group of 64 is going to return, and there's already been several others who have joined as well. So we'd love to help you out with that. Absolutely. Someone asked also about just the group cruise experience. Like, how is it different than other cruises? I'll talk on that here for just a minute. Rhonda, thank you for joining the Islanders Club. So we had embarkation day. Everyone picked up their T-shirts. We had group shirts. that we handed out, and so everyone picked those up. And then the second day, so the first C day, our Island Time swag bags were delivered to cabins, and so everyone got their Island Time swag bag. The goal was when they open the door, their bed's made, their towel animals there, that their bags are there as well. Inside those bags, if you didn't pick up your T-shirt was in it. And then there was Island Time water bottle. There was one of those waterproof cases that you can use for your phone. There was a journal and a pen. There was a beach stress ball. I have one. There's one around here even because I'm always squeezing that stress ball. And then like lip balm and a couple other things as well. Then we had our group excursions, which were optional. Some people went on our group excursions and some people went on their own, which is perfectly fine. We had pre-dinner drinks. On Christmas Day, we had a gathering. Pierre, the hotel director, stopped by. He said he would. I didn't expect him to per se, but he stopped by, said hello. Pierre is way up in Carnival Cruise Line and really Carnival Corporation. But he stopped by. His family was on board. He brought his daughter. We handed out Christmas ornaments, customized Christmas ornaments for everyone. Carnival Jubilee inaugural selling had the date. And then the last C day, we had our 1 hour, kind of closing party get together. It was open bar, so you could have all the drinks you wanted, and our group decided to drink. I know that the bartender served over 220 drinks during that hour. It was in the piano bar, so that was fun as well. So that was just a brief glimpse. There was so much more included in that group cruise and events and games and stuff like that. But that's a little glimpse. And, of course, it cost you nothing extra. It cost you the exact same as what you would pay for your cruise if you paid for it yourself or if you went through a PVP or whatever. So, Mary, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so much. We do. I'll get you down right here. And I do want to tell you really quick as well. Let's see. Anyone else have a problem at the sea? I don't know what you mean by that, Steve. Yes, Steve, thank you. Yeah, the shirts were they're that soft cotton. They were really nice, and they're front and back print. Tom Fries is free. Trav, Tom, the fries there on Lido Deck midship, it changes every day. One day they had pepperoni pizza waffle fries, which were probably my favorite. We enjoyed that, but that is free. The portions sometimes are small, but you can ask for two if you want to. Can you share the details for the New Year's group cruise, Julie? December the 28th is when the ship will leave. It's the Carnival Jubilee out of Galveston. It's a 7-day cruise going to Mahogany Bay, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. And again, it'll be all of us islanders, and it would be a similar experience. Of course, we'll change things up. It's over New Year's, not over Christmas, but we will have an absolute blast. And so I know that those who are here can validate that it was a lot of fun. It really was. Piano bar was great. Ben Gentry, have you guys ever sailed with Ben Gentry before? We get a lot of clients who ask what ship has been on because they want to book with him. We had never in our 25 cruises never sailed with Ben, but he was unbelievable. Ember, did you happen to ask him how long he was going to be on board? I don't know if he was coming fresh for a new contract or if he moved from another ship. I hope he's there in March, but I did not ask him how long he was going to stay. He was fantastic. It was great. And Messiah, Messiah was there as well. Had absolute blast. His first cruise, now he's spoiled. Now he's got Icon coming up as well. We will have shirts for the New Year's cruise, Kevin. We will have shirts for the New Year's cruise as well to hand out. And so, they're group shirts, and you're welcome to wear them, any day you want. We didn't say you have to wear them on this particular day or anything, but we will have group shirts for our New Year's cruise. So that will be good. Did you say no washers and dryers, Patty? No self-serve washers and dryers, as we've become accustomed to, in other cruise ships across the fleet. You have to pay, for Carnival to do that for you and pack it up for you. Thank you, Amber, for that. Absolutely. Steve, I appreciate that so much. Amanda's online from downstairs, so that's awesome. Don't know why I can't join the live chat. Michael, we see you on here. Amber, I need to ask him maybe on his Facebook page. Have you heard of an open mic for musicians or comedians on a cruise? Jonas, not on Carnival. I have heard about an open mic on other cruise lines. Virgin Voyages is actually one of them that has an open mic. And so I think that's an interesting concept. Open mic where I don't want to say it's a talent show per se, but you have like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you get up there and you can sing a song. It could be karaoke style. You could get up there and be a comedian for 3 or 4 minutes. I think it's a neat concept. I think it would be really neat for Carnival to do because it's a lot of fun. And if it's great, it's over in 3 or 4 minutes. If it's bad, it's over in 3 or 4 minutes. Is the majority of music on Lido and nighttime country music? There definitely is country music, but that's not the only type of country music by any means. And I would say that there's probably 3 different venues that you can enjoy live music from across the ship. We'll be cruising from Florida anytime soon. Peggy, let's go ahead and share this news with you. We are cruising from Florida. We just booked a cruise today, and we'll probably cruise from Florida before this as well, but we booked a cruise today for Thanksgiving of 2025. We pulled the trigger, leaving out of Port Canaveral on a ship that we've been on several times, but we could not pass up the itinerary and the deal, the Carnival Vista. We will go say hello. November the 21st of 2025. That is my birthday, from Port Canaveral for Thanksgiving. November 21st is a Friday. It's an 8-day cruise, and it goes to Grand Turk, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin. We had a deal we could not pass up on that. And so we will probably leave from Florida before that, but we did. I was going to share that news anyway, and you asked that question, and that gave me an opportunity to share that news. So, yeah, it's going to be a little while, but that is okay. We'll see, too, what happens the remainder of this year. We're still looking for something for May of this year. So we've got March. We need something for May. We need something for July as well. We'd love to go back to Europe. We're trying to work through that and take a 2.5 maybe week vacation to Europe, just trying to find the right fit, the right pricing. That's airfare, that's cruise rates. And so we'll see what happens. If that doesn't happen, we may be going out of Florida this summer. So Paula, yes, it was great to meet you as well. We met so many people on that inaugural Jubilee cruise. Let me skip this ad right here. And it was great to meet all of you. It really was. I did karaoke on MSC Divina completely sober. Sometimes that's tough to do. That means that you really know how to sing or to entertain, most definitely. I like karaoke. I'm not good at karaokeing, but I will sometimes, just not good at it. Absolutely. You ought to go on the celebration now, Chris. Absolutely. We looked at that. I think the last week of May, that Memorial Day week, we looked at maybe going during that time and seeing Lee before Lee leaves the celebration and goes to the Venezia. So come to Alaska in May. Lisa, that was the other one. I think it's May 24th, May 25th is the week that we're looking at because Amanda's out of school then. So we looked at the celebration, which the prices were great. And then we looked at, I think, the Spirit going to Alaska. So we've got those two that we're looking at in May, just not sure which one we're going to book. Indecisive sometimes when it comes to cruising. Have you considered a group trip to Australia or New Zealand? That's a great question. We have, and we had another question, I think, earlier in the show about a group trip for those like 50 plus. And definitely think about those things. In order to have a group trip, it takes 8 cabins. You have to have 8 cabins to get any perks at all. If you have 5, 6, 7 cabins, they are individual bookings. Carnival gives you 0 perks, 0 extras. So it takes 8 to do that. So if we have 8, that 8 cabins would mean 16 people theoretically. Of course, there are solo cruisers sometimes. So it takes 16, 20, 25 people in order to have a group. And if there's enough of us that are interested, we would love to. We're also looking at maybe 2025 doing Hawaii. It'd be really neat to do a 14-day from the West Coast going to Hawaii. So we'll see. Australia, New Zealand would be cool too. And that is something that we may do. Yep. Take the Miracle to Alaska. That would be fun. Absolutely. The Miracle, we looked at the Miracle May of 2025 going to Alaska as well. We looked at that. We had a deal on that one as well. But we'll see. We need to do some more research, honestly, with May to see what we do. Chris and Sarah, we are looking forward to the back-to-back in March. Absolutely. You're going 1 week without us, and then you're going 1 week with us. And we know that you guys will save enough energy for that second week as well. What an awesome stretch for you guys, having the cruise you just got off of and then those 2 cruises. It's going to be great. It really will. Yep. The Alaska trip to May in Alaska was great. Patty says, of course, Usnavi and Lido Tito and Fireball Steve, Christy, they just, they went last year about that time and had a blast as well. So we'll see what happens. We need to get something booked, though, because one thing I was telling Ember today is, which, by the way, I know many of you know this, but Ember and Patrick are now engaged, the first couple on the Jubilee to be engaged. It was a surprise, great surprise to all of us. We love Ember and Patrick, but yeah, how about that? Engaged on the Jubilee. I told Ember, they called this season, starting in January, February, March, the cruise industry calls it wave season. For a long time, I thought it was a marketing ploy. I thought it was like, oh, they're trying to scare you to book your cruise, because wave season technically is it's the strongest bookings time of year. And I thought it was fake for a long time. It's not. A lot of people book this time of year because they're done now with Christmas. They're done with spending that money. It is a new year. They're setting their schedule for the rest of the year. And as we get into the last week of January, all of February, the first 2 weeks of March, some people get tax returns back. I wish I knew how to get some money back. We try to break even. But some people get them back, and that's how they pay for their vacations. And so if you're looking at a cruise for 2024, and you know you're going to go, you just haven't picked something out yet, be sure you book it in the next about 2 or 3 weeks, because prices, they're about to do that even more. So anyway, we'll see about May. Yep, all the congratulations there for Ember. Yep, Messiah, you need a nickname? Absolutely. We can get you one. They got to be given, right? They're not just made up. Chef Jeff is Patrick. And Ember, of course, if you've never cruised with her, Pub Crawl Queen, another fantastic pub crawl on the inaugural sailing. I know she had one last week as well for New Year's. And so PC Queen, that's exactly right. Exactly right. Wow, this time has gone by fast. It really has, but we've so enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to a great year of cruising. We ended last year just awesome. And one thing that Amanda and I want to thank all of you. You know, we had time to reflect. You guys know how it is sometimes when you're so busy, you're at home, you're working every day. When you get away for a little bit, you have time to reflect. And you guys have blessed us so much on this channel. Who would have thought, especially those early videos, if you go back and watch them, that Island Time in May of 2021 would have turned into what it is now. I've met so many great people, some of my best friends that I consider my best friends through this community, and that keeps me going. People ask, what keeps you going? That's what keeps me going right there, is those relationships and planning more trips with my friends and meeting new people. I always try to stop and say hello when people stop me and say, hey, I just want to let you know I appreciate what you do. I appreciate your content. I try to give focused time to them, and I try to give all I can. Absolutely stop and say hello and get a picture and things like that. Yep. Can you help organize group cruises? Crystal, we do it every day. If you have, we're seeing a lot of family reunions. Families starting to do group cruises, which is fine. We do weddings as well. We do high school reunions. We've had a high school reunion. We've got an interesting cruise. If anyone here is 50, I think it's 55 plus, and single from the state of Texas, we're doing a 55 plus singles group from the state of Texas, and there's like 60 or 70 of them going on this cruise February the 22nd on the Breeze. So we do group cruises every day. Brendan, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. You were in the fishbowl, and we're going to get your cruise on hold here in just a few minutes after the show. You guys are looking to go on the New Year's group cruise. So, but yeah, if you're interested in a group cruise, let us know. We'll help you, get all the perks you can get, because some of that is negotiable, and then we'll help plan your event space with the event planning team. So, what events do you want to have on board? what days you want to have them. We'll do all that for you as well. So it's fun to plan those group cruises, and we'll do all the advertising and the flyers. And Amanda, she's got spreadsheets and she's got Google Docs, all of them. She does it all. So Messiah, for those who have yet to meet Derek, he's the same in person. Messiah, I appreciate that so much. There's not a switch I flip when I'm here. This is who I am. And if you like me, I love it. Thank you. And if not, you really, if you don't, you know that this is who I am. So overall, great person to be around. I appreciate that so much. I really do. We had an absolute blast with you guys. Lito, as Lito says, great to meet everybody in the group cruise. What's a brawny cruise? I don't know. Did someone ask about a brawny? Are we going LeBron style? I did not see that. I'm sorry. I'm single, but I don't live in Texas. Robert, they may let you in. Okay. There's some others. Well, it's not just, most of them are from Texas. There's one coming from New York. It's a 4-day, February 22nd on the breeze. I think the interior is like $1,100. I haven't mentioned that before because it's an odd selling, but someone asked about, I think it was Crystal, asked about group cruises. And some of these people know each other. Some of them don't. Some of them are rooming in cabins together that don't even know each other. It's crazy. It is. Well, gee, good night and have a great week. We raise money for animal shelter and different charities. Crystal, I love that. Absolutely. Paul, you can get your name in the fishbowl. That's something we do just to give back. If you give a super chat, you're being supportive of us. We put your name in there and we'll draw here in just a few minutes for you to win some Island Time merch. Just a way to say thank you for your support. Yep. Oh, Victor. Yeah, the ship tour was a lot of work. I stayed up. I think I was up 24 straight hours trying to get that thing out. You guys are cracking me up with the 55 plus group cruise, but it's a real thing, and we've booked a lot of cabins with it. It is. It's fun. It is. I'm ready for March. I'm ready for a lot of you guys. You know this already. My twin brother is going with me. We haven't cruised together in probably 4 years, maybe 5. My sister, who has never cruised ever, is going as well. My brother and sister and I have never been out of the state on vacation together. As Beckett said, my niece, Skylar, has never been, and he's excited about that. Brian, thank you so much for that super chat. I'm going to get you down right here. But anyway, we'll get to relax a little bit. You know, this cruise, it really was, it was a first for us. So we had a lot, first group cruise. So we had a lot to manage and to learn. And so it was more work than anything, but we absolutely loved it. We did. And March will be just as fun. And maybe at the end of the month, we're trying to get on the Icon. We'll see if we get on the Icon, not the inaugural selling that's at the end of the month, but hopefully we can get on the Icon before. Amanda has given me the green light. She said if I get the credentials to get on, then I can go to Miami. Lito, I may be asking you to come on, let's go. Yep. Lito, Islanders, thank you for supporting group for St. Jude. We didn't break any records, but we made an impact. You're right about that. Lito Tito and several of us Islanders were out there, and it was miserable. It was cold. It was windy, and Kendall was doing everything she could do to try to get close to that record. They even opened up donations inside at deck 6, 7, and 8, and I know that we gave, I think that was over $17,000 total, and the Islanders, we had a big impact. We had over $3,000 of that. I know that Amanda and I, on behalf of this entire community, gave $500 to Groove for St. Jude. So that's what it's all about, is giving back. It really is. Yep. Mary has roomed with a stranger. You have, absolutely. It's different. Dana, no, it's $1,100 for the cabin. Yeah, it's just a 4-day on the breeze. And if you're interested, I know the group leader well, and it's a pretty open cruise. And so it's not like if you want to go, I have to ask her. I would just say, hey, I've got someone interested. We would book you in the group and you'd be able to go. She's planning all her events. And I am so far removed from this. I don't even know what happens, but I don't even know if it's a speed dating deal or what it is. But she knows what she's doing. I can tell you that. Rick, I'm chairman for Galveston County Food Bank, and every dollar we bring in makes 5 meals. Rick, that is awesome. Thank you for being involved locally in your community. I know that's something that a lot of us are trying to do more of this year, right? Try to find something that is meaningful and beneficial, and giving your time sometimes is more valuable than giving your money. Giving your time sometimes is more valuable than giving your money. That's one thing that I've tried to tell myself as Beckett comes into the picture. He knows it's just about time, right? Oh my goodness, Victor, that's going to be great. It is. Did not get a ticket. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. $64,000 record. Yeah, on the celebration inaugural. Exactly right. It was such a blast. Lee had all kinds of different events. Every threshold of $10,000 that was met. There was all kinds of things to do. Yep. The Icon. Does anyone think the Icon is not a pretty ship? I've heard a lot about that. That some people look at her and say, "No, thank you." No, thank you. I will get with you and Amanda about cruising. Ashley will help you out as much as we can. We are in Central Arkansas, just north of Little Rock, so we are close to Texas. We spend so much time in Texas, we feel like we live there, though. I can tell you that. Do you have to stay at Harbor House to park there? You don't, Patty. But I would also advise you to, you can park at the Port of Galveston as well. I usually have coupons for that. I think there's a $10 off coupon right now. We could help you with that. Absolutely. Yes, Lido. He got the ears lowered finally. Turn your head, Beckett. Left. Oh, yeah. Turn it right. Turn right. Oh, yeah. Put your chin down. Oh, yeah. Showing off his new haircut. I had a friend whose 16-year-old died from Ewing's sarcoma. Oh, my goodness gracious. We always donate. Exactly right. That's what it's all about. It is. Jax was tall enough. Well, he would have been tall enough to get on the water slides, but it was, like I said, it was the 3 days. It was like it's 60 degrees with all kinds of wind. So he never did. But in March, warmer weather, please. It's like 4 cruises in a row we've had bad weather. Hopefully March will be better. We are past time. I thought about hopping on TikTok. I don't know. It's we posted a video on TikTok, and I'm not very active on there. We posted a video, and it's got 300 and something thousand views. And TikTok has been bothering me about going live, but I haven't yet. I'll do that sometime for all of you who have TikTok. You see the picture of you and Kendall? Yes, I did. It was a great picture. It was. Chester's headed out on the Jubilee on the 13th. We'll have a case of water in our cabin purchased before our cruise. Can you bring Crystal Light? Yes, you can, absolutely. And it's a great idea to get the water delivered to your cabin, even if you have cheers. We all know that sometimes you come in to the room, you need water before bed or in the middle of the night. So a great idea there. You can purchase it online, even though it keeps on going up and up and up and up and up. And Steve's going to Vegas again. Guys, we're looking forward to a great week. We've got a lot planned this week. Amanda and I kicking off our series on the Jubilee. And, of course, getting back to our cruise news. It'll be a more normal week as we are caught up. A national championship tomorrow. Before we leave, let us know who's going to win, Michigan or Washington. Who are you rooting for? Let us know. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh. He's leaving, I think, to go to the NFL. Or Washington, the underdog. Who's you rooting for? Michigan or Washington? Michigan, the Wolverine. Randy, old Texas. Be in the SEC next year. Marcia, hello. Hello, we've had a great hour here. The game is in Houston. You're right about that. Washington, Michigan. Beckett, why don't you draw a name? Go Big Ten. That is true. That is true. Draw one name here, Beckett. Look at him. He even knows. Look away. Let's see who wins. Some on-time swag. See if you can read it. If it's mom's writing, you can probably read it. If it's my writing.
Too fancy. Steve Miller.
Look at there. Steve Miller. He's headed to Vegas, and he may or may not win there. But he won here. Steve Miller. Look in the description of the video, and there's our spread shop link. Pick you out something for you or Linda. and then email us what you want. You can screenshot it. You can send a link to it. Let us know the color and the size. We will get something sent out to you, and send me your address in the email. Do not put it here. Yeah, so Steve won. How about that? I think here comes Jax too. Steve Miller Band, exactly right. I saw Steve Miller one time, CMT Crossroads with Kenny Chesney at the Ryman. Saw Steve Miller Band. Jax, you want to say goodbye?
Yay, we're overtime. Come on, let's go.
Becca is ready to play. I told him I'd play after the show. And I've got to put a cabin on hold as well. What are you eating? A cookie?
Cookie.
You never do stop, do you? Never do stop. Are you ready to sign off?
Yeah.
Guys, we hope you have a great week. If we can help you in any way, please let us know. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow right here
On Island Time.